It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. For Los Angeles, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play, but if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. So we're right around halfway through the season. Jack, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system, you have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got an electric crowd here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. It's Western Conference against the Eastern Conference here in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will try to protect home court. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. And New Year's Day, Steve, a time for renewal. Could be a fresh start mentally for some players and even teams that are struggling right now.
Yeah, it is, Kevin. You look at it, you say it's a new year. Let's try some new ways. And then there are some teams after New Year's Day, they might have partied a little bit too hard. They started to go into a little slump. So New Year's Day can work both ways.
Yes, it can.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at the 76ers. Horford is out there with Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Embiid, and it's Richardson in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Simmons. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Horford finds Simmons. Back to Horford. From outside the arc, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Horford's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the 76ers. Here's George. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length so well when he's hitting the boards.
And George kicks to Zubats. Launches it. That doesn't go either for George. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Simmons passes to Richardson. Shoots it up. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
And when he gets the ball that deep, not much you can do to stop it.
He knows what he's good at. Gets the position he wants, then with the tools to finish.
Now here's Leonard. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
You know what? I also like how he attacked the glass. Gave a terrific effort in that department.
Zubac's no good.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Richardson dishes to Simmons. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 13th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Harris, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From deep, George. Simmons pulls it in.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Feeds to Horford. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that one falls for Horford.
The Clippers are trying to revamp their roster. They will pursue the big-time free agents. We all know the LA market, it's a big selling point.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Smitty, even as they aggressively court star free agents, the Clippers were some of the best draft assets they've had in a decade.
You're totally right. From 2010 until this past draft lottery, they didn't draft no higher than 25th. 2 lottery picks this summer, adding some young blood to their roster.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Shot clock at 6. Shamet.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Embiid's got his first points of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Leonard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Down low, here's Embiid. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A 3 from Leonard. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Embiid. Jacks up a 3. Harris finds Horford. Richardson for 3. Doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
Hey, at times you have games like that, but it's all about taking those good things and doing them consistently for an entire game.
Harris's shot is off.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without foul.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort. And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
And that's a momentum shifter, a steal leading straight to the basket.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And that can happen on the road. You can get a little bit tight, and often it really shows itself at the free throw line.
And as a visiting team, you're already behind the 8 ball. Can't afford to give up opportunities like that.
And the 76ers with some changes. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Ennis in for Josh Richardson. Now here's Simmons. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Portland. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. 9-point game. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ennis passes to Simmons. Bucket is good. Simmons got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Got a piece of it. Outside Leonard. Inside, here's Beverly. The teardrop falls in.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
And Simmons kicks to Ennis. Over Williams. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 9, and there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul for the Clippers. And Bahamute comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for Paul George. Now Williams, his last outing with 20 points. Outside, Green. Here's Magruder, defended by Scott. And it's Magruder missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The shot's good. That's now 8 points for Ben Simmons.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Doc Rivers, the coach of the year in 2000 with the Orlando Magic. A championship with the Boston Celtics in 2008. A great career as an NBA coach.
The 76ers leading by 11. Outside, Scott lets it go. And too long on the shot.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Green. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Ennis passes to Simmons. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out for fans and players. How useful you think a tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because then you get a chance to see the guys who, you know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what's the score is, and that plus-minus help those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys far as putting up stats that way. But you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Williams scanning the floor. And the shot is good. Williams has got his first points in this one.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
Outside, Scott. Here's Korkmaz. And the 76ers get it back. And Embiid throws it down.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game. And the fans here, they know it.
Here is Williams. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Green against Embiid. And Mbamute kicks to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. Green, no luck. The 76ers leading by 13. Burke finds Scott. And here's Embiid. Scott the pass to Embiid. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast or do they go right for the juggler?
Now here's Green. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Here's Burke. Pass to O'Quinn. He kicks it to Scott. High post, Embiid. Over Green. Embiid, no good. Clippers trail by 12. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. Here's Williams, and it's denied. And he's able to get it back.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring. You know, the offense is sputtering a bit here, starting to fall behind.
It's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Patrick Beverly, first team all defense, Smitty back in 2017. He gets right in your chest. He is a tenacious defender.
He's hard-nosed. He's fearless, not just in your jersey. He wants to get under your skin.
Harris is checked in for Scott. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
Harris, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Passes to Green. And the lead is down inside single digits. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Burke looking over the floor. Down low, O'Quinn. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Zubac. To the paint. Here's Magruder. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Korkmaz. He dishes it to Embiid. Shoots over Zubac. Embiid, no good. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. The 76ers leading by 11. Burke with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Here's Korkmaz. A three-pointer is right on target. And the 76ers lead by 14.
Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
Well, you can erase a lot of defensive mistakes when you have shot blockers lurking in the background.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Magruder in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Clippers trail by 17. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers with the ball. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second basket of the night.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Horford has a wide open look. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot and have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, D.A. Thanks.
Aggressive move by Harris. That quick first step gives him a real advantage.
That's good from Harris. Teams in both conferences battling to get to the NBA Finals. Steve, what do you like to see in a championship series?
Kevin, I would love to see teams that are kind of evenly matched a lot of times. both in style of play and then also to have the stars within the stars. And what I do hate, though, is a team that is at a disadvantage because of an injury. That's the one thing I hate, because you always have the debate, if this player wasn't hurt, what would be the outcome? He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
The three, and there's Burke. That's good on the assist from Tobias Harris. 6 points for Trey Burke.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's George, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Richardson, no luck.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
Leonard with no one around. And the three off target. Philadelphia leading by 16. Pass to Richardson. Over George. 11 feet away. Excellent D there from George.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
It's good from long range. George has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Clippers.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Burke finds Harris. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. That one falls. 9 points for Horford.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, one season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Ennis comes in for Korkmaz, and Simmons subbed in for Trey Burke. Pass to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Basket, good. Harris has got 6.
And you see there Tobias with body control to take the hit, still complete the play.
Shamet, guarded by Simmons, and it's sent back by Horford, and he recovers it. Leonard against Harris, just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Leonard with the bucket. 10 points for him.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
The 76ers leading by 14. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Leonard. Ennis kicks to Horford. Left side Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Al Horford? He's putting up 13 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, Steve, Tobias Harris with plenty of stops in his young NBA career so far. You wouldn't guess it, though, from his talent level.
Year after year, he advances his offensive arsenal. He's become one of the most dangerous scorers in the game.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often.
Now Horford. Paul George missing from long range. For 3, Richardson. Rebound by Harrell.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Outside, Simmons. Harris up top. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, and I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most boards in the last month of the NBA. Ben Simmons, number 1.
And as you can see by his spot on that list, guys, very few point guards in the league can rebound like he can. I mean, he has a knack for always being in the right place when the shot goes out.
I love point guards who are not afraid to mix it up in the paint and get on the glass.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Williams against Richardson. Outside, Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Bahamute comes in for Harrell. Williams against Simmons. And stolen by Harris. Here's Ennis. Great D that time from Leonard.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
The 76ers leading by 13. Simmons passes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Over Williams. Lock at 6. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Clippers. And Philadelphia calls time here. Steve, you had an excellent playing career. Talk a little bit about the work you had to put in and just to get to the NBA.
Yeah, it comes down to that work ethic. Obviously, we all have talent, but you have to put in that work. And that work continues on the court, off the court, and it's basically 365 days a year where you have to find a way to get better.
Was it mainly shooting for you?
No, not mainly shooting for me, Kevin. I think it was always just my overall game.
Scotty's checked in for Josh Richardson. For 3, Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. 10 points for Tobias Harris.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Williams. Over Ennis. Williams gets the bucket.
Well, he can hit the 3. He can drive it. Now you see what Williams can do from the mid-range.
Now here's Ennis. He's guarded by Williams. Simmons dishes to Ennis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that matchup with the Wizards, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with a victory.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Leonard. And he's good on the second. And here is Williams. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game. Green finds Williams. Now here's Green. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Over Horford. Williams can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Count it.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Clippers trail by 17.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
You know, bursting off the screen, Williams makes a quick decision, takes it himself.
Simmons on the wing. Over Beverly. Horford kicks to Scott. Takes the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Scott's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Mbamute. On the wing, George. Back to Mbamute. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
No good on that one.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Motley, he's checked in for Mbamute. And Rodney Magruder's subbed in for George. And he sinks the second. Clippers trail by 19. Now Williams. He has 6. There's the pass to Motley. Rebound by the 76ers. Simmons got 7 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now here's Simmons. Floats it up for Horford, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Tobias Harris.
He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
The 76ers leading by 19. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Back to Simmons. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Another shot. And Horford finishes inside. Horford's got 6 points in the quarter.
A top-notch post-game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now, here's Beverly. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Clippers making a change here. Harkless is checked in. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Harris. Korkmaz checked in for James Ennis. And it's Burke in for Simmons. Burke kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Burke. Over Beverly. No good off the front iron. Clippers trail by 21. Here's Magruder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Beverly kicks to Williams. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Here's Burke to the inside. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Burke. 12 points for Joel Embiid.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And he's able to get it back. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Fifth on the list, the 76ers.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Green, and it's Montrezl Harrell in for Lou Williams. Good on the second free throw. The 76ers leading by 22. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Burke. Defense is right there. Embiid. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Magruder. Defended by Scott. Beverly wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Embiid inside. Zubac defending. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 5.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Now here's Beverly. Burke covering. And there's the bucket from Magruder.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Here's Korkmaz. He's got 5. Outside, Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. A three-pointer, no good. LA has gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Pulls it from 20. Magruder, that's good. Magruder's got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Six on the shot clock. Unloads. And the shot falls short this time. And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Al Horford putting in some incredible work tonight. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
In terms of their offensive performance, that was a very well-played half of basketball. Good ball movement off the ball, hard screens being set, and they found the guy for the open look. That's how they were able to shoot such a tremendous percentage from the field. With that fluid, efficient offense, they'll be tough to catch in the second half.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
We welcome you back with a view of the 110 freeway cutting right through downtown Los Angeles. Never a shortage of traffic on that stretch of road. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. Al Horford has been sensational.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Simmons. Tobias Harris is out there with Horford. Then there's Richardson, and it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint.
We know Harris is good off the dribble, now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot.
Zubac's with it, now defended by Embiid. George, and he banks in the layup. George has got 12.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots, you are in rhythm.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Chalk up 2 there.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now, here's Richardson. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And it's blocked by Simmons. Harris against Leonard. Harris passes to Horford. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 21. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Now here is Harris. He's got 12.
You know, he was looking for revenge, trying to match shots from distance.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
On the free throw, no good.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
And Simmons slams it in.
What strength on the slam from Simmons, punching it home and sending a real message there.
And the Clippers call time here. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
A moment now to see the numbers for Richardson. He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds.
Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
I totally agree. He has the IQ and the ability to take it up another level anytime he wants. When you defend a good mid-range shooter, this is how you contest without fouling.
Down low. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist in the game. Pass to Zubac. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
And the 76ers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath. All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 2nd in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And as you said, one rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. Now here's Richardson. Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You've got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
He is not scared of anybody. He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Los Angeles, they have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Steve, do you think the NBA is heading to a place where ideal lineups will have 5 capable playmakers on the floor, like a more of a positionless game?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. I think right now teams are trying to find a guy that's 6'7", 6'8", that defensively can play, guys that are larger, and then on offensive end, somewhat a la Draymond Green, can run point guard for you. So I think right now that's the size and skill set people are looking forward to.
Wait a minute, you just described yourself.
The only difference was
2 shots.
we had guys that was 7'2", 7'3", 350, so I had to play the guard position.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Clippers trail by 18. Passes it to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Back to Zubac. And so here is Philadelphia. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Embiid finds Richardson over George. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken, yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
No doubt about it. He's been a monster from deep.
By and large, defenders have done a poor job of running him off his spots. That's why he keeps firing.
Now here's Richardson. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up.
when you look over the course of a game.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. The 76ers also with a sub. Ennis, he's checked in for Richardson. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Clippers trail by 15. There's the pass to Zubac. Simmons against Williams. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Ennis dishes to Horford. That one, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. George looking over the floor. Outside Williams. He kicks it to Leonard. Over Horford. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's bring up the numbers and show you the point guards with the highest assist rate over the past month. Ben Simmons third.
And these are the best passers in the NBA. No question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is running at full speed.
These guys have great vision, understand how to create opportunities for their teammates.
For 3, Harris, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. Clippers trail by 18. Kicks it to Williams. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 76ers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Ennis misses. And there's the call on James Ennis. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the 76ers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. At the elbow, Green to the paint. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And he gets it back. He gets it in there. And that's now 19 points for Kawhi Leonard. Philadelphia leading by 16. Burke with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. Defended by Beverly. Drills it from outside. Korkmaz has got 8. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Leonard inside. Working on O'Quinn. 6 on the shot clock. Williams kicks to Green. Shoots over Embiid. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And Steve, the way Jermichael Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
Up by a bunch, he's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Count it.
You know, Jermichael Green is extremely gifted down low. A solid post threat who can get the job done down there.
Pass to Ennis. And Scott now, top of the key. The dish to Embiid. Back to Scott. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Shoots the 3. And Embiid throws it down.
and putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Williams. That one falls. Williams has got 8.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
Now here's Burke, defended by Beverly. And O'Quinn kicks to Scott. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 19. They kick it out to Green. Drains it from beyond the arc. 9 points in the game so far.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Outside, Scott. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Ennis passes to Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here's Beverly. And stolen by Burke. Scott, good. And the 76ers lead by 18.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Outside Williams. And it's Magruder in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, Los Angeles. And the 76ers call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Philadelphia, Richardson comes in for Ennis, and Raul Neto is subbed in for Trey Burke. Here's Neto, defended by Beverly. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They've got a monster lead that's taking a life of his own.
And O'Quinn sends it back. Harrell, that's good.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Neto. Passes it to Richardson. Back to Neto. The kick out to Scott. And there's the pass to O'Quinn. The feed to Embiid. That shot off. Great D that time from Leonard. Beverly, the pass to Magruder. No good off the back of the rim. The 76ers leading by 17. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Williams against Richardson. Williams kicks to Beverly. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Here's Neto. He kicks to Embiid. Launches a three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers ahead, up 19. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Ivica Zubac. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Shamet softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Philadelphia leading by 17. Richardson kicks to Simmons. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Shots good by Simmons.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Harris from the arc. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
I love this shot for Harris. When you're not overly explosive, the pull-up jumper can be one of your most valuable tools.
Leonard with the bucket.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's Richardson. Fires for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Stolen by Zubac. Shamet, guarded by Simmons. Here's George. Pass to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it. Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
Now here's Richardson. Down low. Simmons finds Richardson. Back to Simmons. Paul George with the steal. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Clippers trail by 16. Shamet, guarded by Simmons. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this 2nd half.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Shamet, here's George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And just carrying over from his last game. Completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And here is Simmons. Ball's knocked loose. Richardson the pass to Harris. With some arc. Horford no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Shamet, guarded by Simmons. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Shamet.
And don't sleep on Simmons defensively. Very skilled there as well. He just knows where to be and how to guard whoever he's on.
Shot clock at 6. Here's George. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. George has got 7 now in this quarter. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Kicks to Richardson. O'Quinn finds Richardson. Now Simmons. Here's O'Quinn. Can they get it? The Clippers grab the miss. Harrell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Here's Leonard. He feeds it to George. Shamet. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers leading by 8 to the middle. That's good from Horford on the assist by Richardson. 20 points for Al Horford.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
And to do it in the fourth quarter, you're trying to extend the lead. He's making that happen.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
Now here's Embiid. Harris kicks to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 20 points.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Here's Horford. Good on the triple. Horford's got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Harrell up top. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The 3 from George. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. No good on the triple.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they hold the lead.
George double teamed and stolen by Horford. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over George, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
To the paint, and stolen by Simmons. One-on-one here. Shoots from 14, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Clippers trail by 19. To the inside. Nails the baby hook.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Sixers.
To the middle, here's Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
The Clippers have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Leonard from the arc. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He's going to have to wait to hit his first triple of this half. He had 3 at the break.
And good that time.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now, here's George.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting
players, national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Paul George. Now Richardson. Inside, it's deflected. Here's Harris. And he overshot that one, missing.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
The first free throw is good.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Philadelphia leading by 18. And here comes Horford leading the fast break. The shot missing. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Simmons passes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Clippers trail by 19. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Now Horford. Paul George missing from long range. Richardson finds Horford. Now here is Harris. He's defended by Harrell. And here's Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Zubac. Embiid, no good. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Now the 76ers with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Offensive rebound, Harris. AT that time from Leonard. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. The 76ers leading by 18. Horford dishes to Simmons. Back to Horford. All alone. Connects. The jumper drops. Horford's got 32 points in the game.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
Los Angeles calls timeout. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But you also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
The three from George. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 36.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Here's Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
And really, Simmons makes it look so easy. The way he's attacking defenses from multiple angles is really just commendable.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Simmons. Passes it to Horford. Shoots from 14. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Well, in the case of Kawhi Leonard, actions definitely, Steve, speak louder than words.
He's one of the most soft-spoken players in the game. Takes a humble, persistent approach to almost everything he does, and the results speak for themselves.
Now here's Simmons. Embiid with it. And here's Harris from the arc. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. That shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Joel Embiid.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Yeah, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said. Now Leonard, following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Oh man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Richardson, no luck.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Chalk up 2 there.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Now here's Simmons. Tight defense on him. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Al. Big offensive night for you. How were you able to get to your spots where you like to score?
Guys were just finding me, and so it kind of freed me up a little bit and allowed me to get more shots. And we were flying around the whole game.
When you guys move the ball, one of the best teams in the league, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.